EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in week 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That second down play nets a -4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a first down. The Patriots at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, That gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. You look at this Steeler defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. 3rd and 7 now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Baringer on to punt for the Patriots. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. This is taken at the 15 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 22. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. This defense for the Patriots, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Pickett will look to throw it here. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But you look at this Patriots defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Pickett sets up play action. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Third down and 6. Back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Harris running straight ahead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Pickett.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On the give, this is Harris.
Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on a punt now on 4th down.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Powering his breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
He finds Douglas complete. And he will have the Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Second and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down, this is Harris. There he goes, left side.
Najee Harris.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Fights through him and running with power here. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
And he's got his big tight end here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Third down and 1.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Patriots!
Tyquan Thornton,
His first touchdown of the new season.
and the Pats are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
And it's up through the goalposts at 17-10.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Patriots 10.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now here's another carry for Harris. Pushes past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
119 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Now a give. Running left is Harris.
A strong running. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. They surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Back to throw again.
Right side, Thornton with it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, Run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Out left and complete to Thornton.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. T.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're